We're tracking a rain-snow mix for later tonight.
Rapid gunfire, what the government shutdown didn't stop.
The governor has his first news conference since admitting to his affair. KOMU 8 News at 6 starts now.
A lot of what's been put out is not true. There was no blackmail. There was no violence. There was no photograph for blackmail. There was no threat of using a photograph for blackmail. There was no threat of violence.
An apologetic Governor Greitens tonight. He publicly addressed his extramarital affair, but denied any criminal wrongdoing on the heels of announcing his plan for the state budget. Good evening, I'm Lydia Nussbaum.
And I'm Jim Reek. Thanks for joining us. The governor wanted to talk money in the budget, but reporters had other questions. KOMU 8's Emily Spain is live at the Capitol with more on his announcement and apology.
Yeah, it only took a couple questions before the topic moved from the budget to Governor Greitens' affair, and he only responded to one question before he made it clear he was there to talk about the budget. He made it very clear he was moving forward from his affair, although he did say that there were many false rumors being spread about him that were hurtful to him and to his family, and he said he's just thankful for his wife's forgiveness and for God's forgiveness.
As I said before, I made a personal mistake years ago before I was elected governor. It's a personal mistake for which I take full responsibility. And it's something that Sheena and I dealt with years ago. We dealt with it privately. We dealt with it openly. And it was hard, but with loving family and a lot of prayer and tremendous support, we've made it through.
The governor spent the rest of his time talking about what he called a common-sense conservative budget. He says the budget recommendations avoid tax increases for Missourians and invest in the state's future. And he also said they did have to make some tough choices when coming up with this recommendation. The budget includes a $68 million cut to higher education, which is around 7%. It also recommends a more than $50 million cut to the Department of Social Services. He says the recommendations highlight more funds for road and bridge improvements, teacher pay, and also for public safety, including money for the state's crime lab. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Emily Spain, KOMU 8 News.
A pair of Missouri lawmakers reacted tonight to the governor's budget. Here's what Republican State Senator Caleb Rowden tweeted. He's talking about a plan to slice at least $68 million from public colleges and universities. Quote, "We cannot continue to balance the budget on the backs of students. They are the future workers and the job creators Missouri desperately needs to cultivate." And House Minority Leader Gail Beatty released this statement. "Until the Republicans who control state government fix the structural problems they've inflicted on Missouri's finances, the state will continue to stumble from one budget crisis to the next with no hope for progress in sight." For more on the governor's budget plans and also his full news conference, you can visit our website at KOMU.com.
Switching gears now, there's rain and possibly snow in tonight's forecast. Here's Kenton.
All right, thank you and good evening, everyone. Look at satellite and radar at this point. You can see this is a very large system. We were talking about it yesterday. It's all centered around this low-pressure center here in really northern Missouri, heading into Iowa and northern Illinois as well. A lot of snow in behind it, over up towards the Great Lakes as well. The cold front that we saw roll through earlier, that's now pushed off over towards the east. And we here in mid-Missouri are just dealing with some light showers at this point. And now as temperatures continue to cool, we have some light flurries that are starting to roll in. We might also see, as that switches over, kind of a wintry mix. It's going to be very light, though. Maybe just some light ice pellets falling down. Some light sleet is what that is. But we're not expecting much in the way of accumulation because our ground temperatures are still very warm. It's also, of course, colder, though, today. Actually, from yesterday when we were still in the upper 60s, close to 70 across mid-Missouri, we're now 25 degrees colder in Columbia. And check out these temperatures as they continue to drop. We're in the 50s here all night long, then down into the 40s here for our most of our day today into our afternoon. And winds also a big story there at 22 miles per hour, but gusting closer to 30 miles per hour still for the rest of our night. And as we head to the rest of our overnight hours, temperatures will go to around that freezing mark, and we'll see some of those flurries start to fall. I'll track that hour by hour and head into the rest of the week coming up.
Thanks, Kenton. The government shutdown might be over, but it's left plenty of questions behind. KOMU 8's Stephanie Sandoval is here in the studio to look at one part of the federal government that was not slowed down by the shutdown.
Turns out you can still buy a gun during a government shutdown and get a criminal background check, too, a necessity if you're trying to buy a gun. I spoke with a local gun shop owner about whether he was having trouble selling guns over the weekend. He said no, but why? The criminal background check system is technically federally owned. I looked into it.
Members of the Senate appear close to ending the partial government shutdown.
It's business as usual at Modern Arms off Brown Station Road. The owner says he's had no problems.
The shutdown of the federal government has not affected our operations. We're still able to get our instant criminal background checks done
Through a system called NICS.
It's the National Instant Criminal Background Check,
It's conducted by the FBI.
and that database is up and operating.
Gun buyers can come on in, buy a gun, and even say hello to these lovable pups. By law, before a gun is sold, NICS has to approve the transfer. When the federal government shut down in 2013, the National Rifle Association issued this statement. Law enforcement activities are designated as essential services and do not shut down, even if the Congress and President fail to agree on funding legislation. The NICS system will continue to operate. And they're right. According to the Department of Justice Contingency Plan, the FBI must be able to continue existing investigations, open new investigations, and respond to all contingencies which might arise during a lapse of appropriations. This includes people who work in the Criminal Justice Information Services Division and Records Management Division, and nearly all federal employees supporting the National Instant Criminal Background Check System.
Waylon says it takes 6 to 8 minutes for NICS results to pop up. In the studio, Stephanie Sandoval, KOMU 8 News.
Two men robbed a group of people at gunpoint just after midnight in Columbia this morning. The victims were walking to a house on Kitty Hawk Drive when the men approached and demanded valuables. No one was hurt and no property was damaged. Both suspects hid their faces with cloth. If you know anything about this crime, call CPD with information. Now, Sedalia, a man is suspected of stabbing a woman to death, turned himself in on Sunday. Police were looking for Justin K. Lewis after the death of Heather McClellan last week. Lewis is at Pettis County Jail on suspicion of murder, armed criminal action, and unlawful use of weapon.
Here's what's happening right now. Columbia is hosting its first of 6 town hall meetings tonight to talk about traffic safety. Vision Zero is an initiative to eliminate all traffic-related deaths and serious injuries from Columbia roadways by 2020. It's been successful in large cities like New York and Seattle. In those cities, town hall meetings were also used to get feedback. Ian Thomas, the 4th Ward councilman and host of tonight's town hall meeting, says he encourages everyone to attend.
We want to hear from residents what they think are the strategies we should be adopting, what they feel are the dangerous locations in town where we need to be paying attention and looking to make physical infrastructure improvements.
You can join Thomas and Vision Zero representatives until 7:30 at the Columbia Library or visit our website at KOMU.com for the dates and locations of the other 5 meetings. Coming up, doctors say get a flu shot sooner, not later.
And tech giant Amazon just came in with a new breakthrough. It's going physical.
Track storms wherever you are. Download the free KOMU 8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by University Subaru.
You really need some help?
No, I'm good. Come on, Mom. I have to go.
We always trusted our Subaru Impreza would be there for him someday. We just didn't think someday would come so fast. See you later, Mom.
Introducing the Subaru Impreza, the longest-lasting vehicle in its class. More than a car, it's a Subaru.
University Subaru, your locally owned dealer.
Reel wants to send your family on a Disney Cruise Line vacation. Watch Reel all this week and enter the bonus puzzle solution at wheeloffortune.com for your chance to experience magic at sea as you set sail with Disney Cruise Line.
Weeknights at 6:30 on KOMU 8.
Join KOMU 8 to celebrate local female athletes and hear from Isla Borders, the first woman to play in integrated men's professional baseball at the Win for Columbia Awards Luncheon February 6th. Visit winforcolumbia.com for information.
Closed captioning during KOMU 8 News is brought to you by Coscotter's Family Hair Salon, a KOMU 8 caring company.
We've made our New Year resolution to sell more Kias for less than any other dealer. Drive a new Kia with 0% APR financing, plus 0 payments for 90 days. You heard right. 0% financing and 0 payments for 90 days. Fulfill our New Year resolution and drive a new Kia from Kia of Columbia today.
Hurry to Kia of Columbia today, where I want to see you in a Kia.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
This is what it feels like when an amazing moment becomes an unforgettable memory.
Playing Mizzou Arena Wednesday, January 31st at 7. For tickets, log on to Ticketmaster.com.
Whether you dream of visiting a tourist hotspot or tailgating, an RV is a perfect fit for anyone who wants to set out on an adventure. Find your perfect RV from one of our dealers. Come to the St. Louis RV Show, February 1st through the 4th at America Center.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back to KOMU 8 News at 6 o'clock. Looking at temperatures around the United States, you can see where this cold air is plunging in at this point. The cold front just getting through Chicago right now, 38 degrees in Columbia, but it's still 62 over in Nashville. So here, as temperatures slowly start to go towards freezing, again, still in the upper 30s, though, in Columbia, we're dealing with just some very light showers here, especially Monroe County around Paris. Herman seeing a little bit of light rain as well, maybe just some drizzle. But then we have some flurries starting to roll in from the west, from Kansas here at this point. So that will continue here for the next few hours. So let's track this here. You can see by 9 p.m. some flurries, maybe even some light snow at a few moments. But again, accumulation is going to be very hindered because the ground temperatures are still very warm. Most ground temperatures are actually still around 40 degrees at a 2-inch depth into the soil. So the ground is still too warm to allow too much accumulation. Here's midnight as it starts to lose steam and exit the area. Then 7 a.m. tomorrow, we're just dealing with a lot of cloud cover heading out the door for your morning commute. But by the afternoon, we'll see a lot of sunshine here by the end of Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we'll hold on to all of that sunshine as well and start a slow warming trend as we head towards the end of this week. It's going to be back well above average here by our Thursday. Here's Thursday actually for us here as we track it through the rest of the week. A lot of sunshine there, abundantly sunny actually. But then by Friday, clouds start to increase. And by the end of our day here, this is 5:30 p.m. as we head towards Friday evening, some moisture likely going to move in from the south. Could give us just a light shower on Friday evening, but we'll keep you updated on that. At this point, it looks like it'll be mainly for our southern viewing area. 29 degrees, though, for our low temperature tonight by sunrise tomorrow morning. Again, some light showers here, then some flurries or maybe patchy light snow at a few moments, but it's still going to be breezy. Gusts around 35 miles an hour all night long. Then tomorrow, gusts around 30 miles an hour in the morning, but with the clouds decreasing, the wind is also likely going to decrease throughout the day. Then 38 for the high temperature for tomorrow afternoon. We're at 44 on Wednesday as we start that warming trend. Then we're in the 50s for a couple days, 56 on Thursday with all that sunshine, 57 on Friday with just a slight chance for some rain there again, especially into Friday evening. We'll keep you updated on that. But then we're back in the 40s for the weekend. And again, the average high temperature is about 39 degrees for this time of year. So we are well above average overall in that 8-day forecast. Here's Weather IQ question for the day, sponsored by Jiffy Lube. Which term is not a way frost forms? Freezing, sublimation, or deposition?
I don't think frost forms via freezing.
You know, sublimation, I'm just going to guess.
It is sublimation. So frost forms can form from freezing, and it can also form from deposition, which is vapor to ice. But sublimation is solid to gas. So that would not be frost forming.
Science lesson there.
There you go. Weather IQ.
Kenton, thanks. Yeah. Coming up, will your cleaning habits protect you against the flu? That's after the break.
Who will win? Joe Machens Hyundai versus a Hawaiian vacation. Hawaii has blue oceans. Hyundai has electric blue paint jobs. Average Hawaiian vacation lasts 7 days. Hyundai has America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. And with a new Sonata at the legendary low prices of just $169 a month for 36 months, the winner is clear. Better cars, better warranty, better at Joe Machens Hyundai. 1300 Vandiver and JoeMachensHyundai.com.
So at what age should you start planning for your future? Well, the age you are now.
You're never too young to plan and never too old to dream. Whether you're just starting out or beginning beginning your next chapter. We're there to guide you through it all. We may not be the biggest bank out there, but nothing makes a smile bigger than helping our customers achieve success, whatever that means to them. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Smart shoppers in Missouri are learning that the Civic is the best-selling compact car in America. Everyone loves their phones, so they love how easy it is to get directions, send or receive messages, and listen to your tunes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Your phone apps work in sync with your Civic. Add wireless charging, and the competition doesn't come close. The new 2018 Civic at only $189 a month is the smart way to go. See your Mid-Missouri Honda dealer today.
The KOMU8 iPhone and Android News app is brought to you by University Subaru. Download yours today.
Can't get missed weeds off your mind? You need the powerful weed control of Liberty Herbicide. Now backed by the Liberty Weed Control Guarantee. The working non-selective that controls your weeds for outstanding yields. Take control of tough weeds and deliver real yields. With Liberty Link Seed and Liberty Herbicide, now backed by the Liberty Weed Control Guarantee. Learn how you can qualify at libertyguarantee.bayer.us.
Wrap up a great deal on some new wheels during the Capital Chrysler Big Finish Sales Event. Save up to 20% off on select new vehicles like the 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab. Receive $5,000 off on all 2017 Jeep Cherokees or 0% for 75 months and up to $87.50 off new 2017 Dodge Grand Caravans. This year's not over yet. Hurry in before the deals wrap up. Capital Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Go with the guys you know. Giant bone not included.
Missouri is one of the hardest hit states this year when it comes to flu cases.
And you might be tempted to wipe down all of the surfaces in your home along with phones and laptops, but it won't help you when it comes to the flu. Viruses like the common cold thrive on surfaces, unlike the flu, which is spread through air. One expert on infectious diseases says you can catch the flu from talking to someone with the virus sitting only 3 feet away from you. If you are considering getting your flu shot now, it may be too late.
If you got the flu shot today and somebody with the flu sneezed on you tomorrow, you would not have protection. I mean, it takes a week or two for the vaccine to give you protection.
Salzer's advice for those who haven't gotten their flu shot is to make sure you get it earlier in the season next year.
It's almost tax time. The IRS will start accepting 2017 federal income tax returns a week from today. That's the 29th. If you don't plan on filing your taxes early, you have until Tuesday, April 17th to get it done. Something to note, Americans who bought or sold Bitcoin or any other digital currency must report any profits on their federal tax returns. Amazon opened its first physical store today. The Go store is located in Seattle. This marks the first of what the company is calling checkout-free groceries, where cameras will identify each customer and add products to their digital carts as they shop with an Amazon app. This allows customers to bypass the checkout line completely. Amazon has not yet said if it plans to expand the new store idea to other markets. The AP Top 25 women's basketball rankings are out.
See where the Tigers fell on the verge of some big games this week.
If you've been hurt on the job, don't give up any of your rights. Call Tolbert Beetle on the Hurt Line right now.
If it's not a Tempur-Pedic, it's a compromise. When I was a Navy SEAL, I put in a special request to get one, and I realized the Tempur-Pedic was exponentially better than anything else. It gave me a huge performance advantage. It still does. Tempur-Pedic, sleep is power.
Now at Slumberland, get $300 in bonus bucks when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic set. Pay no interest for 5 years on qualifying sets. Slumberland, it's a good life.
On your list of resolutions this year, be bold, creative, agile, sounds like this brand new Highlander from Joe Machins Toyota. And right now, you can start the new year with a brand new Highlander for the legendary low price of just $279 a month for 36 months. And no new year would be complete without 2 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. There's always a difference, and you'll find it at Joe Machins Toyota on Vandiver and JoeMachinstoyota.com.
Tonight's primetime lineup on KOMU 8 in Mid-Missouri CW is brought to you by your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers. Find new roads.
What is your online tax service getting you? Stop by your local Jackson Hewitt and get all the benefits of a tax pro. With Jackson Hewitt, you get 100% accuracy and our max refund guarantee. So switch to Jackson Hewitt. Open late and weekends.
Looking for an amazing deal on a great mattress? How about 3? Right now at Denver Mattress, you can get our Arapahoe Queen Set for just $499.99, the Buena Vista Queen Set for just $399.99, and the Summit Queen Set for just $299.99. Seriously. And they all come with our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Amazing deals on mattresses you'll love. Guaranteed. Only at Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic Elite retailer inside Furniture Row.
I saw you earlier cutting up paper. What's that for? Yeah, what was that all about?
That you guys have been arguing about how the dealership's going to be named in the future. So I just thought we'd cut up the names and then have a drawing, and that's what the name will be.
Hey, Ryan and Ross, can you come look at this trade-in?
Rickball Auto Group.
All right.
That's a thing. They all say Rickball. They're all Rickball Auto Group.
And don't forget, shop us online at rickball.com.
What is your online tax service getting you? Stop by your local Jackson Hewitt and get all the benefits of a tax pro. With Jackson Hewitt, you get 100% accuracy and our max refund guarantee. So switch to Jackson Hewitt. Open late and weekends.
Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Hi, everyone. The new women's basketball poll is out. The Missouri Tigers did not move a spot in those new rankings released this afternoon. But this week, the Tigers certainly have a chance to bolster their resume for national rankings and, more importantly, the national tournament that comes up in March as Missouri looks to jump in the SEC standings. They're tied for second currently, looking for a first-place spot. They travel to Georgia to take on the 21st-ranked Bulldogs Thursday night, then make their way to the other Columbia in South Carolina when they take on 9th-ranked South Carolina. What a week ahead for Missouri. 2 toughies on the road. Tigers at home have been just fine. They blasted Arkansas by 34 points Sunday. Missouri has won 17 of its first 19 games for the best start in program history.
We understand big picture-wise what we're trying to get done, and I think to be able to do that, we've got to continue to stay really dialed in on the present. And so I think we've had some good games, and every game in the SEC is tough. Every game. And, I've had this question a couple times, man, you got a tough stretch coming up. They're all tough. Home, away, they're all tough. And so we'll just continue to do what we do and take it one game at a time and see how it plays out.
Mizzou already beat South Carolina January 7th at Mizzou Arena, 83-74. In that game, Carolina coach Dal Steady was ejected for a pair of technical fouls, and she was less than thrilled with the officiating. We'll watch again this time.
You got to do better. I'm not saying that they're the reason why, but you got to do better when you're coordinating officials in games and all of that. You got to do better because it's implications not just in our conference, and maybe people have a little South Carolina fatigue when it comes to this, but it has NCAA implications.
Isn't this fun? And it's still just January, March, a few weeks out. They're the defending national champs, by the way, South Carolina. What a week ahead for the women. Meanwhile, the men play another nationally ranked opponent at home Wednesday night. The Tigers of Old Mizzou host the 19th ranked Auburn Tigers. Bruce Pearl's Bowl Club, 17-2, second in the SEC. Mizzou already has a win over a ranked team after it beat Tennessee last week. Half the Tigers' remaining 12 regular season games are against teams projected to be in the NCAA tournament. Missouri currently projected to be in that tournament as a 10 seed by both ESPN and other national outlets. The Tiger football team landed a big-time recruit today for its class of 2018, a late ad, if you will, with the second signing period coming up in just a week or so. This could be the potential successor to Drew Lock at quarterback. The Tigers LSU quarterback Lindsey Scott Jr. He's regarded as the #1 JUCO pro-style QB in the country. He visited Columbia over the weekend, must have liked what he saw. He redshirted at LSU in 2016, spent last season at East Mississippi Community College, leading that school to a JUCO national title. He has 3 years of eligibility left. That's sports.
Chris, thank you. I've never heard of South Carolina fatigue, but so this is not a joke. What do you get a hippo for its birthday?
How the famous Fiona is celebrating her first year. That's next.
They are one of a kind and hard to find. It's our special event vehicle clearance sale with savings up to 30% off MSRP only at Bob McCosh. Let's talk big savings on the all-new 2018 Chevy Equinox. MSRP is $26,900. Your Bob McCosh price is only $21,900. So find new roads to #1 business loop in Columbia. Chevrolet and GMC make the cars and trucks. Bob McCosh makes the difference.
Why settle for just covering up your old bathtub when Rebath gives you so much more? Call your local Rebath today, and a Rebath expert can remove your old bathtub and walls, replacing them with a beautiful, affordable new bathtub and wall system or tub-to-shower conversion in as little as 1 day. It'll look like you paid a fortune. Easy to clean, installed by experts, and guaranteed for life.
Call Rebath today to get your $500 Visa card and a free deluxe design upgrade with your Rebath system.
It's 2018, your last chance to save big on 2017 Nissans, including Altima. Featuring Nissan Intelligent Mobility with automatic emergency braking that can help you stop safely and keep you out of a jam. Automatic emergency braking, now on Nissan Altima and Sentra. Hurry in for guaranteed savings and bonus cash. Save up to $4,800 on the 2017 Altima or save up to $2,500 on the 2017 Sentra.
This city is getting more and more dangerous every moment.
These are my streets.
It's time people know
Black Lightning is back.
Thought you were done being a hero. Brother needs all the exercise he can get.
Black Lightning, Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central on the CW.
Black Lightning, Tuesday at 8 on Mid-Missouri's CW.
When a world-class hacker is abducted.
It's a 17-year-old American girl.
Where is she?
Her abilities in the wrong hands pose a grave threat.
She took control of one of our nuclear submarines.
The Brave, new tonight on NBC.
Hey, Lindsay. Lindsay Vaughn.
Lindsay Vaughn!
Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay Vaughn.
Vaughn into trouble!
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Let's go, Lindsay. Lindsay Vaughn.
We've made our New Year resolution to sell more Kias for less than any other dealer. Drive a new Kia with 0% APR financing, plus 0 payments for 90 days. You heard right. 0% financing and 0 payments for 90 days. Fulfill our New Year resolution and drive a new Kia from Kia of Columbia today.
Hurry to Kia of Columbia today, where I want to see you in a Kia.
Join KOMU8 at the 20th Annual Pascal's Pals Auction Dinner and Dance. For more information and to donate, visit pascalspals.org/auction.
The Cincinnati Zoo prepared a special hippo-friendly cake for 1-year-old Fiona. The zoo had a special weekend celebration for her big day, which is actually last Wednesday. The baby hippo captivated audiences last year with her struggle to survive. She was born premature. Zoo officials say she is doing well and she will be making her public debut soon. And here's a look at what we're following for KOMU8 News at 10. The city of Columbia is starting to take another step towards its vision of zero traffic deaths by the year 2030.
Plus, what's next in the immigration debate that's coming up at 10 o'clock. Kenton.
All right, let's take another look at live Doppler first alert radar. A lot of us are fairly dry at this point, just some patchy drizzle, some light rain moving through, eventually some flurries starting to roll in through Marshall, it looks like at this point. But then again, that's going to continue here throughout the evening. But a lot of accumulation will be hindered because our ground temperatures are still in the upper 30s at this point, and our air temperatures slowly going around freezing by about 11 p.m. there, as you can see, looking hour by hour with the weather app. We're around 29, just slightly below freezing at sunrise. It's going to be breezy tomorrow morning again, gusts gusts around 30 miles per hour, but then we'll see a lot of sunshine by the afternoon, and we'll have less wind by the afternoon, too. High temperature around 38 there. Then we're at 44 on Wednesday, 50s to end the week on Thursday and Friday both.
So excited.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hiking.
Chris, how do you get a hippo to move?
Very carefully.
That hippo wasn't moving. It was
and
just,
not quickly.
I mean, I've heard of posing for the camera, but the hippo wasn't
Not easily.
moving at all. Yeah.
I mean, it was just stationary.
That is our